What body part are you most proud of?
I mean, please, Ellen.
Oh my God,
Do
I
I
love
really
you.
have to say?
I know.
I've opened doors.
Whoa, wait, whoa.
It's my Stiller nail file.
Sofia Vergara might genuinely be the only celebrity in Hollywood who can say the most unhinged thing possible on live television and somehow make everyone love her even more for it. From roasting interview hosts to accidentally creating chaos during innocent conversations, Sofia has turned every single appearance into pure entertainment. And honestly, the best part is that half the time, it feels like she doesn't even realize how hilarious she is. Sofia Vergara clearly skipped every media training class Hollywood ever offered because no matter where she goes, whether it's a live television interview, a glamorous red carpet event, an award show packed with A-list celebrities, or a chaotic late-night talk show appearance, she somehow manages to say the most outrageous, unfiltered thing imaginable, and still gets away with it every single time. That's exactly what makes her so unforgettable. While most celebrities spend years learning how to answer questions carefully, avoid controversy, and maintain a polished image, Sofia walks into interviews like pure chaos wrapped in confidence. And somehow, instead of damaging her reputation, audiences love her even more for it. At this point, people don't even watch Sofia Vergara interviews because they care about the topic being discussed. They watch because they know there's always a chance she'll accidentally create one of the funniest television moments of the year. The hosts know it. The audience knows it. Even the celebrities sitting beside her know it. Nobody is safe once Sofia starts talking. And the funniest part of all, she genuinely seems unaware of how hilarious she is. One of the most iconic examples came when Sofia spoke about immigrating to America. Normally, stories about moving to another country are emotional and deeply personal. Celebrities usually describe the sacrifices, the fear of starting over, the financial struggles, and the emotional weight of leaving family behind. Sofia began the conversation sounding serious enough that the audience expected one of those heartfelt Hollywood stories. Instead, she delivered one of the funniest immigration stories ever told on television. Sofia explained that before moving to the United States, she had always heard immigrants lived extremely difficult lives when they first arrived. She expected hardship, loneliness, and struggle. But according to Sofia, her actual experience was very different. She joked that everyone in America treated her incredibly well. Men bought her drinks, offered her places to stay, and welcomed her warmly. Then, with perfect timing, she casually added that America welcomed her with open arms and pulled-down pants. The audience completely lost control. What made the moment even funnier was Sofia's delivery. She didn't laugh nervously or act embarrassed after saying it. She looked completely calm, almost proud of herself, like she had just shared a perfectly normal observation. That's what makes Sofia different from almost every other celebrity comedian. Most people pause before saying something outrageous. Sofia says it with complete confidence and keeps moving forward while everyone else struggles to recover. That same chaotic energy appears whenever she interacts with fellow celebrities. During one interview, Sofia talked about filming an intense stunt sequence with another actress. Most actors would describe the scene professionally, praising the stunt coordinators and talking about how carefully rehearsed everything was. Sofia took a different approach entirely. Laughing proudly, she admitted that she accidentally hit her co-star hard enough to send her to the emergency room. And somehow, instead of sounding apologetic, Sofia looked genuinely amused by the entire thing. "I sent her to the emergency room," she announced proudly while everyone around her burst into laughter. The actress herself was laughing so hard she could barely explain the situation. Only Sofia Vergara could confess to injuring a co-star and still come across as lovable instead of terrifying. Then came the legendary Reese Witherspoon interview, one of the funniest celebrity pairings imaginable because of how different their personalities are. Reese is polished, organized, sweet, and composed. Sofia, meanwhile, radiates the energy of someone who could accidentally start an international incident during a talk show appearance. During one segment, the two actresses were asked to draw portraits of each other. Reese genuinely tried to create a decent sketch, while Sofia clearly abandoned seriousness within seconds. When they finally revealed the drawings, Reese's portrait at least resembled a human being. Sofia's looked like something created during complete emotional chaos. It barely resembled Reese at all, and somehow ended up looking hilariously inappropriate. Reese immediately collapsed into laughter, while Sofia defended the drawing with absolute confidence. But somehow the conversation and became even funnier afterward. Sofia jokingly claimed that nobody backstage had acknowledged her because she was an immigrant. Reese instantly reminded her that she had literally been sitting in the front row the entire time. Sofia refused to admit defeat, dramatically insisting she had still somehow been ignored. Watching Reese desperately try to argue with Sofia's completely ridiculous logic made the entire moment even better. And honestly, that's one of Sofia's greatest strengths, commitment. Even when the joke makes absolutely no sense, she fully commits to it. She never backs down halfway through. That confidence forces everyone else to either laugh or completely give up trying to control the conversation. Sports interviews aren't safe from her either. Sofia once attempted to discuss football because her husband, Joe Manganiello, is famously obsessed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When asked to name the team's quarterback, Sofia confidently tried to pronounce Ben Roethlisberger's name. Unfortunately, what came out sounded more like Big Ben Cheeseburger Raw Burger. The audience erupted instantly. Even Sofia herself started laughing uncontrollably after hearing what she had just said. But again, what truly made the moment hilarious wasn't just the mistake, it was the confidence behind it. She said the completely wrong name with the energy of someone absolutely convinced they got it right. Sofia's quick wit becomes even more dangerous during rapid-fire interview games because she answers questions before her brain has time to filter anything. During one appearance, she was asked to give 3 nicknames for breasts. Most celebrities would hesitate or try to stay somewhat appropriate on national television. Sofia answered immediately. Boobs, boobies, chimichangas. Nobody expected the final answer, which somehow made the entire moment infinitely funnier. Even the host needed a few seconds to recover because Sofia delivered it so casually. And then there's her chemistry with Kevin Hart, which basically feels like 2 people trying to out-argue each other for an entire interview. During one appearance, Sofia jokingly questioned why producers would hire Kevin Hart when they could simply hire her instead because she speaks more than one language. Kevin immediately looked offended, while Sofia proudly explained that she could perform in both English and Spanish, making her the better investment. Kevin tried defending himself, but Sofia refused to stop. She continued roasting him while the audience completely lost control laughing. Their dynamic worked perfectly because Kevin is naturally loud and energetic, yet somehow Sofia still managed to overpower him. Even legendary talk show hosts struggle to maintain control around her. Ellen DeGeneres found that out the hard way. During an interview, Sofia proudly showed Ellen pictures of her son, Manilo, calling him handsome and explaining how much he loved Ellen's show. Everything seemed wholesome and sweet until Sofia suddenly exposed Ellen for refusing to take a picture with him backstage. The audience gasped while Ellen burst into nervous laughter, trying to defend herself. Sofia wouldn't let it go. She kept publicly calling Ellen out while the crowd screamed with laughter. It felt less like a celebrity interview and more like watching someone confront a friend for betrayal in front of millions of people. Then there was the absolutely chaotic interview with Gordon Ramsay. Honestly, putting Gordon Ramsay and Sofia Vergara together should have counted as a public safety risk. The second Sofia sat beside him, she immediately began mocking his accent. Looking toward the audience, she jokingly asked whether anyone could actually understand what he was saying. Gordon tried fighting back, but Sofia completely dominated the conversation with pure confidence. Watching Gordon Ramsay, a man famous for screaming at people professionally, struggle to survive a conversation with Sofia Vergara was unbelievably entertaining. Their chemistry felt less like an interview and more like 2 chaotic personalities battling for control of the room. And if there's one thing Sofia truly mastered over the years, it's oversharing. During another interview, she discussed actor Andy Garcia helping her early in her career. At first, the story sounded emotional and heartfelt. She explained how nervous she had been while filming because she barely understood how the industry worked at the time. Then out of nowhere, Sofia casually added that Andy taught her how to smoke and how to do cocaine. The host immediately panicked and interrupted her before the conversation spiraled even further out of control. Meanwhile, Sofia sat there laughing like she had said absolutely nothing unusual. That's the terrifying thing about interviewing Sofia Vergara. No topic is ever truly safe. Even innocent questions become dangerous around her. During a talent competition show, a contestant innocently asked whether she had ever had a whip cracked around her before. Sofia paused for a moment, smiled mischievously, and answered in a way that instantly transformed the innocent question into something wildly inappropriate. The judges completely lost composure, while the contestant immediately regretted asking. Sofia's facial expressions honestly deserve their own award category. Sometimes she doesn't even need a joke. One raised eyebrow or sarcastic smile is enough to send the audience into hysterics. Her accent also plays a huge role in why her humor feels so unique. Over the years, Sofia's voice became one of the most recognizable accents in Hollywood, and instead of hiding it, she completely embraced it. Reese Witherspoon once complimented Sofia's English, saying it had improved dramatically over the years. Without missing a beat, Sofia replied, "I'm understanding you." Reese instantly collapsed laughing, while Sofia sat there looking genuinely proud of herself. Later, Sofia confidently claimed she was very good with accents, which somehow became even funnier because of how iconic and strong her own accent still is. The joke wasn't just the sentence itself, it was the confidence. That same confidence made her interview with Simon Cowell absolutely legendary. While reading internet questions together, Sofia accidentally asked, "How did Simon Cowell become a record instead of record producer?" Simon immediately tried correcting her, but Sofia kept repeating the word record over and over until both of them completely broke down laughing. At one point, Simon was laughing so hard he physically couldn't continue the interview. And then came perhaps the most shocking internet question imaginable. Someone online asked Sofia whether she had a penis. Most celebrities would have looked horrified or uncomfortable. Sofia didn't hesitate for even a second. She instantly fired back, saying whatever she had was definitely bigger than yours. The audience exploded, while Simon Cowell nearly collapsed laughing beside her. Only Sofia Vergara could recover from a question that insane and somehow come out looking even more confident than before. What makes all of this work is that Sofia never feels fake. Her humor doesn't seem rehearsed or manufactured for viral clips. She genuinely feels like someone who simply says whatever enters her mind first, and somehow, against all odds, it almost always becomes hilarious. Even the simplest games become unforgettable disasters around her. Jimmy Fallon once tried convincing Sofia to participate in one of his ridiculous TikTok-style filter games involving water in their mouths. Fallon excitedly explained the rules, while Sofia stared at him with visible disappointment. "And then what?" she interrupted. "For what?" The audience burst into laughter because Sofia sounded genuinely exhausted by the stupidity of the game. And honestly, her reaction ended up being funnier than the challenge itself. Sofia's one-line responses are honestly legendary at this point. During one interview, she was asked whether blondes or brunettes have more fun. Without hesitation, she answered, "The girls with the bigger boobs." The audience exploded, while Sofia calmly added that she was speaking from experience. Nobody else could deliver a line like that with such effortless confidence. Even beauty advice becomes chaotic when Sofia is involved. During another interview, she casually explained her makeup routine and revealed that she sometimes applies makeup between her chest for extra shine. The audience screamed while Sofia explained the process with total seriousness, as if she were teaching a professional beauty seminar. And perhaps the funniest thing about Sofia Vergara is that she doesn't even need punchlines anymore. Her personality alone creates comedy. Whether she's roasting celebrities, confusing interviewers, flirting shamelessly, oversharing personal stories, or turning harmless conversations into complete madness, she somehow remains endlessly charming through all of it. In an industry filled with overly rehearsed celebrities who sound polished to the point of feeling robotic, Sofia feels refreshingly real. She ignores every unwritten Hollywood rule, says whatever comes to her mind, and somehow transforms complete unpredictability into entertainment magic. And honestly, that's exactly why audiences can't stop watching her. Because with Sofia Vergara, there's always the feeling that absolutely anything could happen next. At this point, interviewing Sofia Vergara isn't really an interview anymore, it's survival. You never know whether she's about to flirt with the host, roast a celebrity, overshare something completely insane, or accidentally create one of the funniest moments on television history. And that unpredictability is exactly why people can't stop watching her. So if you enjoyed this chaos-filled ride through Sofia's funniest moments, Forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more celebrity moments that are way too good to be scripted.